Sohum Shah's the much-anticipated Crazxy has finally dropped in theaters. In the promotions of the film, a lot of teasing is done that Sohum Shah is going to bring something that hardly anyone has seen, and it will be very well executed and well written, but up until the very release, no one even has an idea what this film is going to be about. In the last 5-6 years, which original thriller film has come in Bollywood whose story is razor-sharp, and at the same time keeps you gripped in such a tremendous way that every minute of that film feels like a cliffhanger? The answer to this question is barely any. Have Sohum Shah and Girish Kohli capitalized on each other's talent in this film? And more importantly, a question that is on almost everyone's mind, especially those who like Tumbbad. Or has Sohum Shah outdone Tumbbad with Crazxy? Or does this film not even come close to the execution of Tumbbad's story? So, we will talk about all these things today without any spoilers. So, this is my personal opinion that when it comes to making films, thriller is one of the toughest genres to execute. The first reason for this is that when a story is narrated, conceived, written on paper, it can look very good. But who done it? The thriller story, which till now looked good in narration, whose twists and turns were conceived very well on paper, when it is brought to the screen, then a lot could go wrong. And the second reason is that the flow of vision should be very clear between the writer, director, and actor. All these three parties should be on the same page, because of the very fact that how the writer has written that thrill, that twist. How did he convey it to the director? And how does the director pass on the same information to the actor so that the actor can exactly deliver the same thrill to the audience that the writer had actually thought on paper? And this is exactly where the Crazxy absolutely shines in this film. If Girish Kohli's writing and direction is like a knife's edge, then what makes this knife's edge even more lethal is Sohum Shah's acting in this film. It is just a 94 minutes long film. It is so long, literally, nowadays, the first half of many big-budget films is long in these 94 minutes. The packaging that Girish Kohli has done of the story and the delivery of this story to the audience by Sohum Shah is absolutely outstanding. The writing of the film is so razor-sharp that as the audience, if you watch this film, you will think that now there can be this twist, now there can be this thrill, something like that. It won't even happen. And I absolutely love that fact. What are you buying? Each and everything that you will see happening on the screen. It is intertwined. It has some meaning. It will connect somewhere with the story. Nothing happens without any meaning. The story is over 80% of the film. You will find yourself at the edge of your seat. There will be many such instances in the film where you would be pushed to a limit. You would feel frustrated that who is this? Why is he doing this? For what reason is he doing it? What is the motive? And what will happen in the end? And this is exactly the fundamental beauty of a thriller writing. Such flummoxed and perplexing writing. I last saw Amitabh Bachchan's Badla, but that too was not an original film. All its screenplay was changed a little, but that too was a remake. The story of Crazxy is absolutely original. Since the beginning of the film, Girish Kohli has planted Easter eggs, which you will see if you look very closely. Let me give you an example. This is not a spoiler. In the beginning, you will notice that the spelling of start is wrong. It is written S-T-A-T-R, and along with that wrong spelling, there is wrong spelling of finish. Why is this wrong spelling shown in the beginning? What is its significance? What is the backstory behind it? When it will be revealed in front of you slowly. Throughout the 94 minutes of this film, your mind will be blown. Sohum Shah is playing the role of a doctor, and his character gets stuck in a case, which if he does not solve properly in time, then his career will go down the drain. But when he sets out to solve this case, right then, if this story is summed up, he gets stuck in a moral dilemma. And exactly how does he get out of this moral dilemma? How does he get stuck in Abhimanyu's chakra? According to one of the songs of the film, you will see that in this film, you know what is the biggest beauty of the film? There's only one actor throughout the film. In fact, 90% of the film, there's only Sohum Shah in the film. All the rest of the cast, all the supporting cast is only on voice calls. And who is making all these voice calls? Why is he doing it? Some will be told to you, some will be hidden from you, and Sohum Shah's character who gets stuck in confusion because of these voice calls. You will also feel that confusion. There is such a good crisp writing, along with Sohum Shah, in the entire 94 minutes, you will see another child artist. That girl's name is Unnati Surana. Some shots of Unnati Surana in this film just broke my heart into thousands pieces. Even if you are not a parent, you would actually end up crying. And the story of this girl in the film, it's insane, thought out, and very, very well put out to the audience. Till now, the songs shown in this film were visually very different, and musically also very different. But visually, one thing was clear from there, that this film will be treated visually in a very different way. And exactly that is what happens. Each and every short in this film is a masterclass in thriller filmmaking. If you don't get the money before sunset, then what will happen to your daughter? While most of the shots are very well planned and taken, some shots may seem a bit gimmicky, but they add to the flavor, the crazy flavor of the screenplay. You will be shown very different environments. In fact, I would say you will be shown very decrepit environments. The story will take you somewhere to a graveyard, sometimes to a garage, sometimes you will be shown anthills. And the cinematography is also very good. Some surgery shots have also been shown in the film, and they have also been shot in a very insane way. Which is the backbone of the visual treatment of this film? No, I would say that the cinematographers are Sunil Ramakrishna and Kuldeep Mamania, and along with them, the editors of the film, Sanyukta Kaza and Rhythm Lat, have presented you with such a tremendous cutthroat razor-sharp blend of cinematography and editing. Hats off to this team. One thing stands out in the visual treatment of the film, and that is, this film will give you an eerie feeling that something is happening. A greenish tint will be visible that adds to the different moods of this film. Sohum Shah's acting is very good. If you found him classy in Tumbbad, wait till you watch his acting in this very film. His character's name is Abhimanyu Sood, and as I told you, he is a doctor. And this character exists on a whole spectrum from the start to the very finish of the film. After watching him, you would go through multiple emotions, and the biggest emotion among them would be the hatred. He is cold-blooded. He doesn't even care about his blood relationships, and that's what makes his character stand out. When Sohum's character gets caught in different situations shown in the film, the way his character is written there is very detailed. You will get to see his mental resolve, mental breakdown, as well as how physicality affects his entire mental breakdown, and how this thing is related to a little girl. Sohum Shah has portrayed this thing very brilliantly through his character. 2 songs of the film which we have all heard, but there is one more song in the film by Vishal Mishra. That song is called Pal, and when that song plays, the way that song has been treated, the footage on which that song has been used, that will leave you in tears. There is tension, style, intensity in the film. In fact, a Homa has been done on Amitabh even today. You will enjoy watching Amitabh Bachchan, but this film does not derail anywhere. Yes, there are 1 or 2 things in the film which will make you wonder how this is possible, how that is possible. But those are so minuscule that they are not the make or break for the entire screenplay. So I will say that Sohum Shah with this film has yet again proved that he is not only saying that he is bringing something very crazy or something very out of the box, because many producers, directors, actors say this, but Sohum Shah has literally outdone himself. This is easily one of the best thriller films to ever come out of Bollywood. The content of this film, the acting in this film, the direction of this film shows that even in a limited budget, a very hard-hitting and a visionary film can be made. After watching such films, there is little hope. It is said that content is still alive in Bollywood, and if we do not support this content by going to the theaters, then this content will also die.